this story is I wasn't invited to a friend/coworker's wedding, but other friends were. Unsure of how to have her stop talking to me about her big day. Yeah, so like how much is she talking about it? Like, is she doing it in a way that's like kind of rubbing it in your face? Or is this just like, has she had a discussion with you as to like why you weren't invited? Like, I'm curious, but like, let's let you elaborate.
It's story time.
I met my friend Amanda at work over 3 years ago. She was new to the team and I had the opportunity to help train her. We clicked instantly and became really good friends fast. Oh, okay, so like you're friends. Yeah, that's awkward. There was never any doubt in my mind that we weren't close friends. Although her schedule was slightly different than mine, she gets off work an hour or two after I do, we always made plans and met up for shopping, drinks, hanging out, and double dates with our boyfriends. Okay, so like not just work friends, like we hang out outside of work. Obviously, we have mutual friends we work with, and we all try to have dinner together every once in a while or go out to a bar/club. I was very happy for Amanda when she got engaged to her longtime high school sweetheart just over a year ago. They are absolutely perfect for one another, and when she showed me the ring, I was floored with how pretty it is. I did ask when the wedding would be, and she said in the late summer of 2017. It's coming up in August.
I'm so excited!
She has spoken to me almost daily about her wedding planning process, which I'm totally fine with. One day, while we were hanging out, she proactively told me she wasn't inviting close friends and coworkers to the ceremony. Okay. She wanted a small and intimate wedding with her and her soon-to-be husband's family, and then everybody would be invited to the reception after. This seemed like a really good idea, and I said I liked that a lot. However, after she sent out invitations, 3 mutual friends/coworkers Snapchatted their invitations. It is not just a reception-only invitation. Ooh.
She lied.
Okay. So wait, did we exclude you entirely from the wedding or just the wedding? The snaps weren't sent directly to me, but were on their story, and I just so happened to see them while clicking through. I was hurt I didn't receive an invitation, even if only to the reception, but I didn't bother bringing it up to Amanda. Ooh.
Okay.
We don't know what's happening in the story, but I think like at a certain point she told you that you would be invited at the very least to the reception, and you're not. Could it have been that your invitation got lost in the mail? It's possible. We didn't do printed invitations. We tried to cut costs in like any way possible. And to me, spending money on a print invitation is kind of silly, you know? So we went and we did like the digital route. And there were people that were like,
oh, well, we didn't get a physical invitation, so, like, they don't really want us there.
And this has also happened to a good friend of mine as well, who invited her boss or her mentor. And because he didn't get a physical invitation and only an e-invitation, his wife was like, oh, well, she doesn't, like, really care about having you there. Yeah, there's weirdness with the invites. And I think it goes without saying that, like, weddings are getting very expensive. If we can cut costs in certain ways, we're going to. It could be possible that your invitation got lost in the mail.
Oopsie!
I feel like e-invitations work a lot better because what if this kind of thing happens? I don't know. Maybe she did not invite her. Let's read on. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt most of the time. Clearly, we weren't as close friends as I thought, and she had already made it clear to me she had no plans of inviting friends and coworkers. However, since she had invited some other girls we work with, I figured it was just a roundabout way of her politely telling me I wasn't invited while trying to spare my feelings. However, she still talks to me daily about her wedding that's coming up in just a few months, and it makes me feel uncomfortable. She constantly talks about everything. Recently, she talked my ear off during our lunch break about her dress, and she showed me all of the pictures she took in it before sending it off to get altered. It's a very pretty dress, but it was a harsh reminder I won't be there to see her in it or celebrate her marriage. Are we sure you don't have an invite? Like, are we sure? I don't know. I'm perfectly polite and engaged in our conversations when she speaks to me about her wedding, but it's the only topic that ever comes up, and any attempt to change it up somehow comes straight back to her big day. Okay, so if she did overtly not invite you and kind of uninvite you, because she did invite you at first, if she didn't invite you to her wedding, her talking about her wedding in front of you is really rude.
How rude.
It's really rude. Getting married is super exciting. It consumes you for like literally an entire year. And also people usually really like talking about it with you. It's like a fun thing to like chat about. There's always, you know, like, oh, what are we doing? Oh, what's happening? It's fun. It's a fun thing to talk about. I also love talking about other people's weddings too. It's obviously hard to avoid sometimes, especially if other people bring it up, but generally, if you are getting married and you didn't invite someone, keep it on like a need to know basis. And like also maybe bring up the fact that like, hey, listen, you know, we really had to be careful about the guest list here. Believe me, the guest list for a wedding gets out of control fast. You've got parents kind of pushing you to invite like random cousins you've never met, and you feel kind of like obligated. And like, you know, before you know it, it becomes this thing where I know for me, it was like mostly family with like a few friends. Or, you know, maybe your partner has a much bigger family. So there's a million different reasons why someone isn't invited to a wedding. I think it's important to, if you're going to be talking about it in front of someone who isn't invited, you got to have that conversation as to like why they weren't invited. Anyways, I'll let her finish.
I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish.
But I am curious to know if there was some sort of miscommunication. I don't know. I get it. She's excited and she's allowed that, but it stings a lot. Yeah, you have a right to be upset, especially if she left you out on purpose.
Not very kind.
Obviously, I've distanced myself from hanging out with her as much because her thoughts on our friendship were drastically different than mine. How can I politely tell her to stop talking to me about it without hurting her feelings or having it turn nasty? And if it does turn nasty, how should I even begin to handle it? I don't think Amanda would make things nasty. She's very nice, but I don't want her to feel like I'm attacking her in any way and then make a mountain out of a molehill.
Nasty.